I am a housing advocate, and I work with families. So everybody that I work with has children, and what I do in a normal day is meet with these families, sometimes their children are present, and work through applying to different permanent housing locations and helping them work through the housing process. If they're ever denied, then I'm right there by their side, working with them through an appeals process and making sure that they end up living somewhere that they really want to be. So because I'm a family housing advocate, a lot of children come into my life, and usually they're pretty young, either newborns or this child in particular was 7, so he was in the 1st grade. And when they were in the 1st grade, so they're learning about how to remember their address. So he was homeless, and not knowing his innocence, he told the teacher that he was homeless and that he didn't have an address. So when he came back and his father told me the story, obviously I was very moved by it and I felt so sorry. So then a couple months later, when they were housed, his father sent me a picture actually of their new house that his son had drawn with their address written across the top. So it meant a lot to me to have this family in a place that they could call home.
So I work specifically with a women's homeless shelter in Boston. So I'm at the shelter 3 days a week, and then I'm at the HomeStart office 2 days a week, just meeting with the women, helping them fill out applications. Same as Melissa, going with them to interviews for housing and helping them kind of maneuver through the process of applying and making sure you have all your documentation together and staying very organized with the process. So just meeting with the women every day. It was a woman and her daughter, and they had been in a fire, and then they lost everything. They lost all of their furniture. They were homeless. They had nowhere to go, and they came into the shelter, and they met with one of the advocates there, and then were referred to me. And they were just obviously very upset about their whole situation. So we were able to land them an apartment and get them new furniture, and then it was very rewarding. They sent me a card in the mail saying how much they appreciated my help, and that just meant so much to me. And I mean, I was just as happy probably as they were. It meant a lot to me.